Hello, scrapbookers and crafters. This is Michelle at michellesizemore.com. I have one L in my first name for my website link if you're looking for me. I'm a Creative Memories advisor, and today you'll learn how to make this quick and easy page using the Flurries of Fun collection from Creative Memories. I also use the polar bear border punch and the trimmer with the wavy blade. Let's set this aside and get started. I have everything I need for this project in this Power Simple sleeve. It's open at the top and the side, so it's just a great holding place for temporary things. You could pack everything for a project in one of these and stack them up with different projects, or just use one at a time. So I'm going to pull out these papers first. Now, if you'll notice, this paper has snow on the bottom, and I don't have snow on the bottom here. I love this paper, and I will use this for other things. I have a lot of packs of this because I love this collection. But for this particular project, I want to cover up the snow. So I'm going to, one of these pieces of paper, cut 4 inches off of the top. I'm going to line it up at the 4, make sure it's straight all the way down and all the way at the top, close it, and cut. I'll set this aside, and this will give me some snow to use on a different layout later. Okay, now I'm going to simply cover up my snow so that it just looks like one complete piece of gray snowy paper. I'm going to grab my repositionable tape runner, put it on the back here in little dabs all around it, on the edges, and a few in the middle, and just simply cover that up. If you look closely, you can see where I pieced it together, but it's not going to matter at all because it's going to be covered up with photos and stuff. So now I just have a solid piece of paper to work with, and then I have some snow to use on a different page. Okay, so let's work on this border right here. We're going to start with this polar bear punch, and I'm going to cut out a row of polar bears out of white. Now, and at the time of this video, this punch on my website is on a BOGO. It's buy one, get one. They may run out quickly, so by the time you watch this video, if we're sold out, you can get in touch with me off of my website, because I did order some extras because I use this punch a lot, and I knew other people would like it too. Excuse me. So I'm going to open up my border punch by moving that little lever, and it opens things up. And just kind of do it a few times to make sure it's cleaned out from prior use. I'm going to put my cardstock in here, starting at this black line right here. And starting at the black line, and make sure it's straight right here, and punch. Just hold it with your thumb. And move away your scraps. Line the pattern up so that the white covers the blue. The white is what you just cut out. So the goal is not to see any blue and only see silver background. And then you're ready to punch again. So hold it straight against this edge with your thumb and punch. Come and match your pattern up again and keep doing that all the way down. Now, I've already cut one out to save time, but you just keep repeating those steps until you have a 12-inch border. Okay. So here's my background. I'm going to throw those scraps away. And here is my strip of polar bears. Now, I need a background of this blue. It looks like wintry, windy paper. So I have a scrap strip of this. I just need to cut it to the width that's on here that I used. I need to measure that. So it's 1.5 inches. So, let's grab my trimmer, line this up right here at the 1.5 inch mark. There's the 1, there's the 1.5. I've got a little adhesive on here. I don't have it handy, but we have this awesome little thing called a pickup square that gets adhesive off. So, because I'm finding my paper, so I'm just going to rub it off. I can't find that right now, but if I had that little rubber thing, it just is really quick. Okay, I'm going to line that up to 1.5 inches right there, right here. Make sure it follows this grid line all the way down. Make sure it's straight at the top. and cut. And now I have my background for my polar bears. So I am just going to grab my silicone mat. If you want one of these, get in touch with me. You can do that off my website, and I'll tell you how I can order one for you. It's not on our regular customer website. Okay, so I'm just going to put little dabs of repositionable tape runner on the back. Try to make sure you get all those little tiny pieces, like the little legs. And the reason I'm using this repositionable, as you can see, when it comes out, you don't even see it. It comes out in little sticky dots, and it only sticks to where it needs to stick. And if you use these silicone mats by Creative Memories, the excess normally would come off on what's behind it, but since you're using this mat, it stays here, and it just makes it so clean and not messy. Okay, so I've got plenty of repositionable tape runner on the back there. And I'm going to just mount my little bears. Try to center them. There's a little space here, so I want to come over to the right just a little bit. Another reason why I like repositionable is if you don't get it right the first time, you can pull it up and reposition a little bit. Yeah, I just want to do a little bit. Okay, and stick it down. That's not perfect either. I think I cut this off a little too much on the side, but let's just go with it. Okay. I'm getting really too picky here. Okay, so rub it down. Gently rub all the little legs. Just gently with your finger, not to bend them or fold them. Okay, that's all you do there. That's easy. Now, I want to get 2 little skinny strips of this red cardstock cut with the wavy blade, or the wave blade. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of red cardstock, and set all this aside. Now, on the bottom of my trimmer, there are compartments for the blades. I'm going to pick the wave blade. And I'm going to open this lip right here, take this out, put in the wave. Okay. I want to get about 2 strips that are about 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So it's going to look like that. And then this one already has the wave cut, but I don't want it to be that wide. So I'm going to line this up at 3/4 of an inch and do it again. And then I can always save this for something else. Okay, so I have that. I could have even done those a little bit skinnier, but I'm good with that. Okay, and then I need 2 strips of this blue plaid, and that is right here, and I need that cut with a straight blade. So I'm going to take this blade out, set it aside, grab my straight blade, and I'm going to cut 2 strips of this that are about 3/4 of an inch. You could even go as skinny as a 1/2 an inch if you're trying to save paper. Just make sure it's on the 3/4 of an inch and straight all the way down. There we go. Okay, this is kind of weird, but I really want this red strip to be toward the edge. I'm going to redo this. I'm going to line that up with that right hand side dotted line and cut. Yeah, I like that better because I want this red to show on the outside. Now I'm going to cut this a little skinnier. I probably should have started over, but oh well, I'm not. No, this is fine. This is actually fine the way it is. Okay, so I like this because there's a red strip on the outside edge, and this one has a red strip on the outside edge because that's the look I was going for. Okay, now let's put this together. It's pretty easy. So we already have this. And I've got these two pieces. And what I need to do, flip this over and just put some repositionable tape runner down the long vertical, well, the long edge, just across by the edge of this. And then I'm going to just stick this down and let a little bit of that red pop out of there, up the side, just to give it a little pop of color. I want a skinny little border, about like that. And then place it down. You want about the same amount to show all the way down. And just press it down to make it stick. And do the same thing on the other side. So put some dabs of tape runner on that long edge, just on the edge. And do the same thing here. And mount it down. And rub it to make it stick. And now I've got these two pieces. And this is being a little picky, but like I said, I wanted that red to be on the outside edge. So I'm going to mount this here like this so that that red shows. So I'm going to use my repositionable tape runner. And I want a good bit of that blue to show. I really like that blue plaid. About like that. And then there's that little pop of red on the edge that I wanted. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. And I see I cut just a little bit crooked. I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. I can only tell because of the spacing on that red line. And this one's kind of a jaggedy edge. Let me clean that up. I love these little micro scissors for cleaning things up. They're great. Okay, so I already put my tape runner on there. Now I'm going to mount this on top. And I want the same amount of blue to show, you know, approximately. Just get it to where you want it. About right there. And I like that it has that red edge right there. Okay, now I noticed this piece of paper I had obviously used for something else, so it's a little bit short on two sides. So rather than starting over, I'm going to show you how I would clean that up. It's not ideal for a video, but you know, hey, you'll see what I do. I'm just going to cut a little piece of this blue and put it back here. And that way it'll come all the way to the end and it'll look good as a scrapbook border. So basically you're not even going to see that I pieced it together. Sorry, it's kind of hard. Let's see. You want to tuck it under here just a little bit. So I'm going to put that right there and just clean that up to even it out with my little micro scissors. And you can never tell. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Not sure why, but I think my scrap piece of paper was just a little bit too short. I'm going to put this, I don't even need that much, right here. And I would, yeah, let's just do that. I'm going to put a little tape runner back here on the side and top. And then just pieces. So if you make a mistake like that, this is how you can correct it without having to start over, and just stick that down. So I'm good with that. Okay, so now I'm going to mount this on the bottom here. And this is just me scrapbooking. I also see that this is just a little bit wider than this. I'm going to fix that because it bugs me. Which just means I'm going to undo this and move this up just a hair, just a little bit. Some people wouldn't even care, but that kind of stuff bugs me. And I just do this by my eyesight. I'm not like measuring exactly. So, okay, that's close enough for me. Okay, then I would mount that at the bottom here. I'm just going to put some tape runner dabs all the way down. Get a couple in the middle. And mount that down. Okay, and rub it to make it stick. I really like that. And then for this right here, I'm going to grab, this is one of those mats from the Variety Mat Pack. And I'm going to grab some red cardstock because I'm going to mat that. And let me just show you a little idea. If you've got a scrap like this, you can use it for something like this. So because it's not going to show, it's a skinny mat. So let's just mount this, and that circle will be back there and nobody will know, and it actually saves you a little bit of cardstock. So let's just go to the edges on 2 sides. So I'm going to get it the way I want it on these 2 sides. And then this is easy. I'm just going to take my scissors and freestyle it to get the other sides to match up the way I want them. I just want a skinny mat, which is about 1/4 of an inch wider than, and I actually cut too much of that off, but you get the idea. Let me just reposition it a little bit. I think that'll make it fine. You could be exact and use your trimmer, but this is fine. I'm good with that. I just need to move it a little bit. And you'll never know that that's on the back. So I use that circle on something else. So I would mount that up here. Now, notice that this one's smaller. I'm just going to show you a different way with this one. I use the whole thing here, but if you want it smaller, what you would do is cut 1 inch off of each side of this. So I'm going to grab the photo trimmer and line this up with the 1 inch mark here. Follow that grid line all the way down and put my finger down on this clear part, but make sure you don't put it over here where the blade comes down, because that would not be good. Move that, and then do the same thing to this side. Okay, and so if you wanted a smaller little title, that's what you could do with that and get this size, okay? And then just mat it with the red. So you could do it either way, and then just put your photos. This would be a 6x4 photo, 6x4 photo, 5x4 photo. And then if you wanted to mat your photos with white, which I think would look good on this kind of snowy page, cut your mat 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I would do those with our photo trimmer. So just the same way I cut that title, I would do that here. So that's a quick and easy page using the Flurries of Fun collection from Creative Memories. It's our 2024 winter collection. The 12-inch trimmer with a straight blade and the wave blade and the polar bear border punch, which is buy one, get one free at the time of this video. Today is December 4th. So I'm not sure how long they'll last, but again, I do have a few of these in my inventory. So if you don't find it on my website, which you can order there and direct ship to your house, let me know and I can ship to you. My info again is on my website, michellesizemore.com with 1L. Thank you for watching my video. Y'all have a great day.